Hello YouTube, so today I'm just doing a video of all of my pet supplies organization, well my small pet supplies anyways. So as you may know, I recently moved into a new house and my room so far is very organized, which I'm excited about. But I just have these two units that I use for most of my organization. They are basically just like the IKEA Expedit, except I got them at Walmart, and they're by the brand Better Homes and Gardens. It's pretty much the exact same thing, just under a different brand. Inside of them I have these Sterilite Ultra bins, and they, like I said, hold most of my things. I also have these two trunks, this one here, and this one over here, which hold some things, and then I might show you where I keep the bedding in the basement, which is pretty boring, but I might show you anyways if I have time at the end. So let's get started. So I'm over on the left side of my room at this unit, which just holds my gerbil tanks, and I will start in this bin. This is the pet's favorite bin. It holds all of the, or most of the treats. This red container has all of the rodent treats. Or no, it doesn't have all of them, but all that it has in it is rodent treats, if that makes sense. So just things that I give the hamsters and gerbils. And in here, I have all my rabbit treats. They're not as organized as the rodent treats are in here. They're just in jars and containers. So these are the rabbit treats. And if you would like to see a separate video on all of my pet treats, then feel free to leave a comment down below. That bin was heavy, so I just had to pause to put it back up. So in this bin I just have wheels. Sorry. I don't have many wheels other than what are in the cages. I do have a lot of wheels in all the cages and also in the playpen. But I just have, this is the stand for this silent spinner. These two are metal wheels, which I only use for gerbils. And this is just a Christmas wheel that I got on clearance last year at PetSmart. This bin is actually empty right now. I just didn't have enough to fill it up. There's Alvin. Hello. You can see his tumor's gotten really bad. Poor baby. Under here, I just have all of the rodent chews. So this has like edible chews. I mostly use these for Dexter because he doesn't chew on regular, like unless it has a flavor, he won't chew on it. So I usually give him flavored chews. Then these are loofah and natural looking things. Bear's interested in what's going on. I haven't let him out yet this morning. This has wooden shoes in it. And also this isn't wooden, but it's in there anyways. And this container has hanging toys. Has a couple of bird toys and stuff like that. And then just in the bottom there's just a willow stick and a little Monsters Inc. man that just ended up in the bottom there for some reason. So it's going to be a little bit harder to show you these 4 bins over here because the rabbit cage is right there, but I will try my hardest. So in this next bin up here, it looks very similar to the last bin. These are all the small rabbit toys. So in this one we have just Vine things. He really likes to shred these and tear them apart. So I do have a lot of Vine balls and stuff. This container holds wooden toys. He doesn't really chew on the wooden toys unless I like rub them with carrot or something. Then in this one we have all of the links, like baby links and stuff. And he likes to toss things like this around sometimes. This container holds all of the little small jingly balls which, as you can see, I kind of had an addiction to for a while, so I have too many. I have like bigger ones in a different place I'll show you later. I have too many jingly balls. Pain to close, I'll fix that later. And this container just has all like baby toys and rattles. This isn't a baby toy, but it's just like one. So yeah, that's all of the small rabbit toys. So the box just under that, right here, holds a bunch of cleaning supplies and also toilet paper, which I give to my hamsters and gerbils for nesting. It has an empty spray bottle, vinegar solution, just some soapy water, a litter scoop, some of these sanitizing wipes for pets, a really dirty food bowl. I was giving Bear critical care in this when he was needing it. A little broom thingy, a bottle brush, more toilet paper, an empty or almost empty bottle of Nature's Miracle. I love this stuff. It works really well for when Bear is spraying, which he hasn't been doing for a couple months, which is really good. Some scented disposal bags, another little brush, some toothbrushes for scrubbing little tanks and stuff, a couple random lids that came off things, a glove, a sponge, and I honestly don't know what this is. So I've just pulled this bin out from over there, and in here we have the hamster gerbil ball, or dwarf hamster gerbil ball, which I never use. In here is Olaf's carrier. I have all their carriers in here. This one is Olaf's. This one is Alvin and Simon's. It has a lid. And this one is Dexter's. And it has a little treat in there to distract him because he absolutely hates being in the carrier. He gets really mad, but I put them in the carriers when I clean their cages. The last bin on this side is pretty boring. It just holds a few fleece things. I don't use fleece for Bear anymore because he just digs at it and pees on it. So I don't really have much fleece anymore. Moving on to this unit on the next side of my room, you can see Dexter's setup is on top of this one. So as you can tell, I only have 4 bins on this side and the rest just have stuff in them. So in this first bin, we have hamster toys, yay! And so there's not a lot in there because most of what I have are in hamster cages right now. But we just have some hidey houses. I might as well show you most of what's in here. These hold play gyms, which are in the playpen right now. Some hangy things, hammocky houses. Some plastic hidey houses, a wooden hidey house, another plastic one, another hammocky thing, a water bottle tree, a glass jar, a little litter pan, a food dish holder, a grassy hammock that I made, a second level cut from... Sorry about that, guys. My camera actually just died. So, anyways, now I will continue to show you what is in this side of the room. So I showed you what's in this bin. I just kind of got cut off when I was talking about this that I cut from a box. And then there's some Critter Trail playpen panels in there. In this bin, we have this box here that has the first aid kit. I'll briefly show you what's in here. Some, padding thingies. Some flour for when cutting nails if you cut the quick. It's useful to have. Some gauze and cleaning stuff. Syringes. This is the thermometer with normal temperatures I have written there. Scissors, hand sanitizer, gloves, vet information, gauze pads, I give this to Bear sometimes when he has an upset stomach. It's infant gas relief. It's not focusing. A toothbrush for some reason. Yeah, that's pretty much all that's in there. Then we have grooming supplies. We just have a bunch of brushes, most of which I don't use at all. We have the Furminator, which I swear by this thing when my rabbit is shedding. We have a nail file, which I don't use. I didn't even buy it. When I ordered stuff, they sent me this for some reason. A comb and nail clippers. We have this Super Pet potty litter, which I don't use very often, but sometimes I do end up just using this with the hamsters mostly. And this is bath sand. I just use Super Pet chinchilla sand. So that goes back in there. And then I will show you these last two bins here. So this one just has all Critter Trail and Habit Trail stuff. It just has, these are parts from the Habit Trail Mini, which are actually too small for Dexter because he's a really fat dwarf hamster. We have tubes. These are mini tubes, which again are too small. And Critter Trail tubes in the bottom, which are what I actually do use for Dexter. And I do have a couple Ovo tubes. And then in here we just have, whoops, sorry about that. We just have connectors and end caps. And last little bin over here is just filled with, all it has in it is this bucket that has bird toys in it. So I was gonna get a bird, but that didn't end up working out. I'm not sure if I'm going to ever be getting a bird. Well, I probably will at some point in my life, but I don't know about in the near future. But I just still have all the bird toys just in case until I decide. So now I will show you what's on these shelves. This first one here just has hamster and gerbil food in it. This is the Supreme Science Selective Hamster Food, and it also has a bunch of oxbow in it, which I use for both hamsters and gerbils. This one has Brown's Tropical Carnival gerbil food. This has VitaSmart hamster food. And this has KT hamster lab blocks. Then in this one we just have Bear's oxbow pellets, a little broom and dustpan, and a little Critter Trail mini cage, which I wasn't able to fit on the Expedit to give to Dexter yet. And here we just have a box of hay. It's just literally all different types of hay. There's some oxbow, there's some just like from a local farm, there's just a bunch of different brands of hay all mixed in there. And in there I just have spare water bottles and food bowls. I'll show you what's in here. I have quite a few food bowls because I like to change them with the cage themes. Water bottles. This cute little food bowl. This one's all chewed up. Just some little Critter Trail food bowls. There's a Habit Trail one. There's some cuter ones toward the bottom. But anyways, that's all that's in there. So next I will show you what is in the two trunks. So this really cute antique trunk here usually has like cushions and also my cat's food on it. You can see over here, but I've taken them off. Usually the cat sits up here and eats and then takes a nap. But inside I keep big rabbit toys mostly. These are parts to a shelf. This and this are things that Bear uses during mating season, if you know what I mean. This is a food feeder thing. Oh, sorry, I just had to get my dog to stop barking. Anyways, where I left off, this is a crinkle tunnel. This is a cardboard tube that I gave Bear when I first got him, and that's why it's covered in pee, because he had a very bad spraying problem. Here's another feeder thing. This is just one that you fill up and it lasts a long time. We have a corner litter pan that's really yucky. We have some fiddlesticks. This is actually the lid to the 10-gallon tank. We have some grass mats. We have a basket, a grass bed. This is a Living World dome that was red, but it got left out in the sun for a while. This is a hay rack. This is the door to Bear's travel carrier, which I leave open like when we're not traveling so that he can go inside. And in here we just have some other rabbit toys, like the bigger jingly balls. This I like to put food in and let him pull out the drawers, but it's taped shut right now. Just bigger toys. This hay roller. Stuff that wouldn't fit in those boxes I showed you. These are mostly floor time things. So that's pretty much all that is in this trunk here. So I need to be quick or else my camera's gonna die again, but just in this trunk right here, as you can see, I really like trunks. They're very cute. I just keep just some treats that wouldn't fit in the treat drawer. We have this homemade gerbil treat mix, some Gerber graduate puffs, we have some sesame seeds, just some Christmas cookies, millet, rice pops. This box has treat sticks in it, like the hanging seed ones. This is the food that Bear was fed on before I got him, and I switched him over to Oxbow. We have critical care, and we have an extra bag of the KT blocks. So that's pretty much all that's in that trunk.